What is up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson back once again here from Central North Carolina. I appreciate you guys checking out the video today. Today we are going to be showing the results of 2 weeks of Velocity PM. 2 weeks. What is the POA Annua and POA Triv looking like in my lawn? Has Velocity made an effect on it with just one application? And today, I'm filming this on a Thursday. Tomorrow will be the 2 week mark to be exact. But I'm going to be out of town, so we're spraying it today. Plus, tomorrow is going to be above 80 degrees, and Velocity PM, you don't want to spray it above 80 degrees. So it's going to be close to that today. We're going to do it in the morning, and hopefully we'll be just fine, which I think we will. But the first thing we want to do in this video is show you the 2 weeks results of the first application, and then later on just show you how we're going to mix this once again and spray it for our second application. And I think by the second one, we're really going to see some results, but I don't know. Never been down this road. This is all new to me. So thank you for tuning in. Let's check out the results right now. So once again, if you've been watching the channel, we did a couple different type of videos recently. Number one, the pollen is really, really bad here, guys. Look at this. Look at my Blackstone. I mean, this is how the cover should look right here. And this is what it is looking like. It just makes it look old, nasty. It's just like fine snow. It is just disgusting. Look at the steps. Just yellow everywhere. The cars are gross. You don't want to be outside in it for long periods of time. It also gets on the grass. It's been windy for the past 3 weeks. But the lawn's looking good. Being windy, it's knocking down some of those gumballs. So it's something you got to keep an eye on, but it's nothing to where, you've got the little pollen, clovers or whatever they're called in the lawn from the wind, but rain is needed to really wash a lot of this away. But the lawn, as far as fertilized, color, looks great. It's continuing to grow, but truly it's not growing fast because we've not done a ton of nitrogen. We may do another application of that 30-00. I'm going to put more of that down, but definitely several days, next week probably, but definitely several days after we do this Velocity application. We don't want to do that together. The tree continues to do well. If you didn't check out that video, put a new Japanese maple in the lawn, hopefully to help shade this area over here. And man, a lot of gravel in this section of my lawn. Very surprising, but not surprising at the same time. To see it is like, oh my goodness, how does grass look this good and survive with so much gravel in the dirt? Yet it does. But it also shows why your lawn may be stressing out in certain areas. It could be because of the gravel from construction of your home. So anyways, let's start over here to my left. And we're going to start with POA trivialis. This area has been notorious because it's shady, it's damp. I told you guys at one time they messed up our home in the attic, and our AC drip was right here. It was dripping right here. We had lots of moss. That was supposed to be the secondary. They said it is the primary. We fixed it. It now goes over here by the AC unit, so now it's fixed. But this was just POA Triv all over. And so we have some still here. And you can see it is affected by the Velocity PM. Out of all of the things I sprayed in the lawn, I think I hit this twice really good. And I'm using my wide spray, because I'm blanket spraying the front yard. This looks pretty perky, looks pretty okay. But the rest of it, there's a little bit of a yellow tint to it. It's laying down a little more, but it's not. It's it's almost like it's being suppressed right now. It's not being killed. That's what it looks like. Like when you really hit POA Annua with tenacity, it looks like, oh, okay, it might be killing it, but then it recovers. I feel like if I don't do any more Velocity, this would just recover and continue to spread. I feel like it stopped it from growing because I don't feel like it's grown a lot, but it does look affected. The most I would say is right here. Definitely looks affected. Again, we got pollen all over the ground, so it's hard to maybe tell, but that's the POA Triv. The other area I showed you guys where I think there's Triv is right here. It don't look as affected. And I don't know for a fact that this is even POA Triv. It could just be another grass type, but as I stand back, it does, I got glasses on, but it does kind of stand out a little bit in color, but I'm going to hit it again today anyways. Let's go up to the front. Now, there's areas like this where I've got POA I didn't spray. I didn't blanket spray the side. I only blanket sprayed the front. because I saw it all over the front yard. That is the only area I kind of spot sprayed in areas like this. Now, again, this is not a good representation of Velocity PM because I also did the Kills-All around the edges of my house to kill the weeds and the grass. So that is not a good representation, but the Kills-All plus Velocity will kill it for certain. And there's another, if you can use Kills-All in areas where you don't have grass, it definitely works. It will kill Poa annua. So let's go to our main area. See, these are the sections again, and I've also got a little bit of weeds behind this that are coming up, but it looks like it's been burned and affected by the Velocity. But we got Poa annua embedded. But all in all, the first thing I would say is the lawn looks good. It doesn't look, in the beginning, it really looked kind of crazy. And we got another update right here I need to show you. It looked like, man, it was Poa annua all over the place. Since we began mowing and putting down fertilizer, it looks a lot better. It looks uniform. It looks good. But the main areas that we've had Poa annua issues has been right here in front of this white pot. And it does look affected. It looks like, this is a prime example, guys. Look how the Poa annua is not growing, yet the grass around it, the grass blades, are growing. So what I've noticed is it is not, like with Fusilade 2, it was like a growth regulator. It stunned the entire lawn. Nothing grew. This Velocity seems to have only stunned the Poa annua in these areas right here. And I mean, there's more down here. I can see it all over the place right here. The Poa annua is lower than the grass. Look at this right here. So there's Poa annua all up in here, right there, but the grass blades are way taller, and I cut it all the same length, right? So that is incredible how this product picks out the Poa annua cool season weed, but my fescue cool season grass is doing completely fine. That is incredible. So it is absolutely working. And so as we go up the edge, I don't know if you recall, the edge was really bad. I don't have a picture maybe to show you that, but same thing. It doesn't look it's not sticking out as much. Look right here. The Poa definitely looks damaged 2 weeks later, more so than it did the first 4 days or 5 days. Obviously, it's had more time to work in the system. I mean, look at this Poa. It looks like it's frying up pretty quickly. So here's the other thing. So the other day when we did the tree back here, we did this Japanese maple. What we did was right here, all the way down, you can see the line. This is where we transplanted it, guys. This is the grass right here that we pulled out. Now you saw those plugs. So this was the end. I took the edger, came out the edger width, and went all the way down. So all of this right here, all the way up to here. This is the other edge right here. This is all those grass plugs. So I took out this entire edge by the driveway, and it's now those good plugs from the backyard. So all that Poa got thrown out, but all of this Poa annua remains. And so that's what we're looking at. That is what I want you to see. And it is very noticeable as I come out here now and look at it in detail, how the good grass is growing and the Poa annua is just fading away. That is incredible. What a product. I see why it's a lot of money, but man, that's so cool. But up here, see, the problem is what's going to be anxious and interesting to watch is we got a lot of Poa here, but we don't have a ton of the good fescue. Now, I've come through and sprinkled some grass seed through here just in hopes of maybe it'll generate, maybe it'll last for a little while, maybe it'll take its place, but we'll see. But all in all, it may just thin it out into nothing. And we got to get our second round of pre-emergent down as well because we don't want crabgrass to fill in with this. But all in all, you can see a difference. I can see a difference. And so that's why we're going to spray it again today. But there are some random weeds in the lawn I do need to clean up with 2,4-D as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at. But man, it looks good. It's fertilized and can even take a little bit more nitrogen here shortly. So that's what we're looking like. So let's travel back over here and I'll show you what I'm going to be working to do again with the Velocity. I've already set it myself up. I got to grab the hose here in a minute. But again, if you're interested, I'm seeing Velocity work. I think this second application is truly going to knock it out. But again, we're only using, for the 3 gallons of water we're mixing in with these syringes, 4.6 milliliters for 3 gallons. So don't ask me like, what's my backpack? I'm not going to answer that, because I'm not going to give you a rate for your lawn and mess up something on your end. You just got to calculate it and go with it. I will tell you, this is such a small amount of product in this syringe. When you put it in the backpack sprayer, man, it doesn't even look like you have anything in there but water. And when you spray it, it's just clear. So again, it's windy. You want to hold your backpack nozzle wand down low and just spray it. And you do not add a surfactant to this. This is just all that you need. I'm not mixing. I'm not playing around to mess up anything. I'm just putting this product into our backpack sprayer, our 4-gallon sprayer. I'm only using 3 gallons because my front lawn is right around 2,500 square feet roughly. And then I'm spot spraying a little bit on the sides where we talked about. We sprayed a little bit on the sides of this hill as well, on the front edge behind the vehicles. And then again, this POA Triv over here under my window, that we're gonna hit this guy again, and then spot spray the other 0.5 gallons, if you will. So that's kind of what we're working with. So I'm going to get on top of that. It is, we want to do it before the heat gets going, but Velocity round 2. Round 1 is absolutely working. It is an expensive product. Some people say $700. It's not $700. I found it for $550. I mean, that's $200. That's a huge difference. I don't know the websites, but you can search it and buy it with a neighbor if you've got a big POA problem. But remember, depending on temperatures, you don't want to spray this over 80 degrees, and it's got to be, I think, over 65 degrees. So you got to be in a certain temperature window. So maybe it's something you want to plan on next year with the neighbor or something, but it's absolutely working. It is like the normal grass is growing up and the POA is shriveling and going away. It's pretty incredible. But the heat obviously is going to help as well for a cool season weed like that. So God bless you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video whenever it comes out. Not sure when I'll release it, but Velocity's working. We're going to get round 2 on the ground now. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.